Attention gamers. I just love the feeling I get at the start of every game, sitting in fountain while I should be watching blue for my jungler, basking in the potential of a new game, the midgets who are never late to work, the crabs rubbing their gooches up and down river, the nexus that I'll hopefully be destroying. But it's not my favorite feeling in this game. You see, I'll probably have an autofilled support who locked in Poppy who is just thrilled to be there, but I can't hate the off-meta grind knowing that she'll have less presence than a fart in a fan factory, as I think maybe I would be better off if I had dodged the lobby. But one thing I definitely should have dodged is that thin beam, and now I'm rooted, scooted, lit on fire and headed back to base with no one to blame but myself. So I return and the logical part of my brain says that I'll be alone. That counting psychopath got his kill, pushed my wave in, and is probably looking to purchase a noon quiver from Boris and his fat rhino. But I miscalculated. The butt buddies were ploying to twist my nips one more time, knowing my ratchet roommate went home, and so a flash into 4 gives me an 0-2 score, and just when you thought there was no more, my Poppy support was toxic down to her core. She types a sentence perfected from hundreds of solo queue games with a balance of snarky sarcasm to flavor her insult, and this is the beginning of my favorite feeling in League of Legends. I want to respond like a League player would, flame her pick, her presence, her dumb as shit pigtails doing nothing in my lane. But I don't. I suck my pride balls up into my chest and give the virgin the validation she desires, because you know what happens next? My stone diaper Nunu tries to gank, and because I'm just a big-titted hard-stuck dumbass I try to accommodate, only to overstay, meet a windshitter, and then get a tornado shoved up my taint hole, prompting another snarky barking out of baby Thor. But here is where it all starts. I vacation up towards the Rift Equator, trying to get away from the toxic toddler I'm tethered to, only to stumble on the opportunity to launch a pistol parade until a carbon curtain grows a pair of balls on this babe and makes them blue. But the boys are in town, so that filthy yelping Yordle gets credit for both, which will hopefully shut her up. I put some perky-titted positivity in chat, and she's already turning back into a human as we head south for a game of tag. You're it, and unfortunately lugging a giant harp around is strategically unwise while running, so that flailing bed curtain is how they say it, and being it in this game also means being dead as shit. Put this pirate on the scoreboard. The antagonists to these comeback chronicles are able to slay a flap slut as we collectively decide that fighting over an objective that already died is smart, and thus Nunu gets us rolling. Anticlimactic queef quake yay, but the airbender goes airborne, which grants Shurima Hitler a sack of gold. Poppy makes Sona stoppy, and then we all say just speak up if being killed bothers you, but she'd rather stay silent and die, I guess. So with momentum I try to get that walking Wendy's logo to talk, but she's all like, bruh. So I try one more. Maybe I just need to make fun of someone else. Their bot lane wants to rub their sweat gooches all over the grass in our forest, but then the number mumbler gives Poppy the perfect pick for a pin. But I didn't put the push-up bra on to not mingle today. But the no-fly zone prevents my titty from the kitty, so I get 1 kill and stay in the back of the pack. That is until Hasaki tries to get a kill, so I scooty my booty like I just saw a centipede on the floor before securing the kill for Poppy. But during that entire chaos the tiptoeing opera creep was still whispering shit to himself, and it'd be rude to let his practice go to waste, so we venture over to him and ask him to count all the way to 4 for us, and then we say wow very good now die bitch, but he doesn't want to, so the whole ordeal drags out longer than it needed to. That said, I'm still Pavlov's dogging the Poppy for dropping and locking in the last fight. Their top laner's been splitting more than a pair of pants on a bent over fat ass, so we pitch in for a condo up north 5 ways. Azir finds a feral cat issue, but it can't flash properly, so we euthanize, leaving just the hunchback of Hullbreaker Shame and his giant possessed pet sperm cell, so I stay out of fondle range until he eventually pisses off. That metronome fetish mute hoe gets caught flicking her bean in the shrubs, so I dance to the gold song before getting a hunch that their gin is up there, so I deem the 300 free gold worth of minions a better option than chasing, but apparently my stone ball / brick brain jungler has different priorities, so he bowls himself straight into a 7-10 I'm dumb as fuck split, and after I genocide the mob of hoodlums I see if I can catch up and try to be the hero, only to witness his death, get pointed at in chat by a fat yeti finger, and then find myself stuck in Transylvania where I'm the beauty and I've stumbled across the beast, which long story short, now I dead. Me and Azir are trying to live like the Liver King for a video, only to be interrupted by an opportunity to make some cash, so you already know. Anyways, the situation de-escalates like any female sex drive when Garen mains enter the room, then Azir show them his giant ass trophy so they know not to mess with us, but someone didn't quite get the memo that the fight was over. This basically hands them Baron's marinated ball sack on a platter until my mending relationship with the hater becomes even greater. Bam, Thor's Clidon invites them from the party, which buys us enough time to run in and act like we were here the whole time, which understandably results in a little Chris Rockwell Smith at the Oscars situation, but luckily I didn't say shit about nobody's wife, so no one was trying to slap me, which meant I could tap dance on my right click until my little heart is content, and I believe the outcome of such situations is big pepperoni triples. And say what you want about me not knowing how to play ADC, I now had 3 items, which meant I damn well could plop my scrotum securely on the right half of my mouse, as all of a sudden I was rocking double Ds, which meant double the damage. You perverted gamers, go touch grass first and then we'll talk boobs. Anyways, this allowed us to overextend bot while Nunu was in base taking a long shit, and even though the floating turd of Shurima was looking over us, we still had a kitten infestation to deal with before I channeled my inner Jessica Simpson, said my boots are made for walking, and got the fuck out of there. Poppy turned back, and despite the Chicken Emperor playing the League player card and pinging her cooldown, I gave her the respect she craved, an honorable death. The grave-digging dickhead is still hardcore PvEing up top, and my intentions were just to plant myself as a big-titted tower defense NPC, but the boys wanted to shit on the shoveler, so I eventually obliged, agreeing to the terms of the contract that said I would deliver a single auto attack in exchange for 900 Gs, which would be put towards the Prove the Poppy Who Said Mean Things About Me Wrong fund. So they were all dead, which means you might be surprised to know that KFC went out of business, leaving just me to dine alone at McDragon's until I got a spooky feeling. Psych bitch, I'm immortal, so I play a prolonged game of Ring Around the Rosie, make up a rainy weather forecast for Rengar's future, and kill him off full of posy. I want blue buff, but Stone Tits McGee wants to murder unintelligent people who play Yasuo, which puts me in a pickle, but the best defense is a good offense, and I win the right click off. So to track back down toxic memories lane, my favorite feeling in League of Legends is when you get shit on early only to be spit on and accused of being subhuman trash by your own partner in Riot's bot lane arranged marriage, only to stay wholesome as fuck, say nothing but nice things in chat as you're right-clicking your mouse button with a feverish level of positivity, fueling you to do nothing in fights other than show up at the end and last hit so that you can pad your KDA like you would pad your bra if you weren't already endowed with anime-sized jiggle jogglers on this, as you end a game that started 0-3 with Flame, rocking a 19-4 KDA like a total Chad Michael Murray in a bow tie, and that, my friends, is my favorite feeling in League of Legends. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this content, as it helps me out a ton, and with that, Rav out. I'm hard stuck. That's what all the haters say. I'm hard stuck, giving all my LP away. I'm hard stuck, same rank, different day. Cuz Elo hell's my home and I'm here to stay.